Okay, so thank you guys so much for hopping on. Tonight we have Rachel. She is one of my Diamond coaches, and she is going to be talking to us about time management and some of her best tips, also power hours. So a little about Rachel. I met her. I worked at Texas Roadhouse back when we were, I don't even think we were 18 yet. So, we hosted together before we actually served there. And it's so funny because a lot of our team is actually from Texas Roadhouse. That's how I know a lot of you. We have a lot of servers in this industry, and if you see, a lot of our team is from Pennsylvania because I grew up in Pennsylvania, but then when you see other people that are, kind of out, where those people came from? Those people came from Instagram. So I think that, I can't tell you enough how important it is to use your social media skills, not be afraid to get on Instagram because it's a hassle. It's a copy and a paste. And Melissa, I'm looking at you. It's a copy and a paste of your Facebook post right onto Instagram. I will be the first to tell you, this past month and a half, I have sucked at Instagram. So May is my goal to get back on track because that is where all my is always coming from. And now I go like 3 days without posting. I'm like, dang it. All right, so without further ado, I want to really quickly go over our April Success Club earners. So Heather Shields was our top coach with 18. Michael White was 16, and that was, I think, the highest for both of them. Danny Rhodes with 14, Meredith Long, 14, Melissa Ludwig, 12, Kelly, 10, and Terry, 10. So I think that Melissa, is that her second month for Success Starters? Oh, it's her first month. Okay. All right, cool. So we had some people hitting the highest Success Club they've ever hit, and that's so cool because honestly, this last month, our team stopped focusing on Success Club. We were like, just go change lives. Go have fun with this business. And when we stopped focusing on that, look at this freaking board. This is like the most I think our board has ever been. So for me, that was like, it was like me, like just knowing that I'm at the right place and I'm doing exactly what I should be for our team. Because when you stop focusing on it, and you just have fun with this business again and don't stress about being Diamond, don't stress about, this rank, this, that, or the other, and you just want to help more people, when you have that wake up with that fire in your belly, like that is when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So Rachel, who's hosting our call, and you have to tell me how to say your last name. I literally say it different every time. I'm like, DiMatteo. Help me.
DiMatteo.
Okay. I think I say DiMatteo all the time because
everybody says DiMatteo, so don't worry.
Okay. Squirrel. So Mullen had 6. Oh, Matt McDonald had 6. Mark Ludwig had 6. That's me and Melissa's puppies. Kayla Carrillo had 6, and Natalia had 6. I don't know if is that her first time hitting Success Club? Does anybody know? It's exciting. And then Greg Box, Man Plan, was 6. And then so many other awesome people on the board. And, I love that. I know I talked to Molly and she was like, I'm not, hitting Success Club this month, but I'm selling a ton of stuff that aren't Success Club points. And I'm fine with that because I'm helping people that way. And I love that mindset. It doesn't matter, like, because you're not SC5, it doesn't mean you're not making a difference in people's lives. So I want you to stress that so much that, I don't care if you sold a freaking vegan sampler pack, like go so I'm just so over stressing and making people feel like they're not good enough if they're not hitting Success Club. If you're not running a challenge group or you're not, actively trying to motivate people, then you can be disappointed in yourself. But, if you're showing up every day, you're posting every day, and you're, just trying to motivate at least one person every day, then pat yourself on the back. That is what this business is about. I can't stress that enough. And I just really love that the dynamic of our team has just changed so much when you're focusing on the right reasons. So without further ado, Rachel has been able to leave her job. And what I love about her story, and she's going to tell you a little bit about this, is how she quit her job. She was I know you worked with X-Ray, but I don't know your actual title. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And so she'll tell you more about that, and how she was able to do that. And what I also love is she's still PRN. So yes, she's still home full time, but if she wants to pick up a job or, a shift or two, she can do that. And so I love, that she has been blessed to be able to stay home. She's got adorable little son. You'll see anytime you go look at her. And I encourage you guys to go. If you don't know Rachel, go to her, Facebook now, kind of check out her posts. She is absolutely amazing at posts. She's so good at being raw, being vulnerable. So yeah. You okay? All right, so go ahead, Rachel, and I may have to hop out. I'm still going to be listening, but Adley might have a meltdown, so I'll be here. I'm going to mute everybody. 1 second, and then Rachel, you can unmute yourself after. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, guys. So my goal for the evening is to not get hives, because anybody who knows me knows every time I go live, every time I'm hosting a team call, I get hives. So that is going to be my huge goal for the day, is that I don't get hives. Okay. So hold on, let me, for some reason, I'm sorry guys, my computer's going a little bit crazy right now. Let me get you guys in full screen. Okay. So like April said, I was just able to quit my full-time job at our hospital. I work at Washington Hospital in Pennsylvania, and I am a CT tech. I was full-time. I pretty much went to radiology school, got hired right out of school, and I loved my job before I got married and had Alex. But being pregnant, having Alex, I worked midnight shifts. I worked 3 to 11s, holidays, weekends, you name it. I was working crazy. I missed Alex's first steps. I missed the first time he crawled. I missed so many first things, and it makes me sick just thinking about it. So when April came to me with this opportunity, it was like, I don't even know. I had signed up before and purchased a 21-day fix, and I absolutely never did anything with it, being completely honest. I was not motivated. I said, I wanted to get in shape for my wedding, but I never actually stuck to the program. So coming out from being 4 weeks postpartum, I was completely depressed. I hated myself. I had suffered with insecurities my entire life, my body image. And it's funny because as I was preparing for this call, I was thinking about my why. And it's so easy for everybody to tell somebody their why, and it doesn't change. Like, I can just say, well, I wanted to quit my job. If you look at anything, when April used to say, write it down, put it on a Post-it. Like, if you look all over my office, like, that's what it was. Like, I want to quit my job. But why? Like, why did I want to quit my job? Like, I never dug deep. Like, I wanted to feel comfortable in my own skin. And now that I've quit my job and I am at home, like, I realize so much more that being present is everything to me. But my why really was learning to love myself. So, and that doesn't mean, just being comfortable with myself. It literally got to the point where, like, I wouldn't even take my shirt off in front of my husband. Like, and I was never big. I was never big to begin with. So when I started this, it was like I was lost. I had no idea what was going on, in my life, or why I felt depressed and had all these hormones with Alex. So I kind of just took a leap of faith, and I signed on, and I kind of never looked back. And I, did the 21-day fix. I got back to pre-pregnancy weight, and then I kind of just hit a plateau in my business and everything. I was not one of those people who was a success starter in the beginning. I was not, one of those people who hit Success Club at all in the first 2 months. I don't think I did. Maybe in the third month. So talk about, just being discouraged in the beginning. And the biggest thing for me was my time management. Like, it was literally crushing my business. Alex would not sleep unless I was holding him. I literally talked myself out of quitting. I don't know how many times, April, because I was just lost. I was completely lost. And then, I started doing research. I started doing research on time management. I got myself a success partner, which was probably the best thing I ever did for myself. So now and this has literally been since I quit my job. So Mike and I kind of came to a point where we had been saving money we wanted to put 20% down on a house. So we have a very good savings account. And we had said in the next year we wanted to buy this house. Well, when this coaching opportunity came, and it came down to, I'm miserable at my job, I'm missing all these things, I don't want to work anymore. Like, I want to be home. If I can make this business work, would you trust me? And my husband is absolutely, anybody who knows him, the sweetest person in the world, like, absolutely supported me 100%, didn't ask questions. Like, we have our savings, we can live off that, whatever you need to do. So no, I did not just take a leap of faith and say, I'm going to quit my job and have nothing to fall back on. Like, we have a savings account. I wanted to make sure that I would never put my family in jeopardy, that I had, that cushion, that I knew if something would go wrong, that I could support our son that, you know, medical bills, anything, because I carried our insurance. Like I carried our insurance. I paid, you know, a lot of our bills too. You know, we were equal parts forever. I've never been supported by anybody else. So this was a huge thing for me. And, you know, just not working, like last week was my first week. I came home and nothing was how it was supposed to be. Like I just had this image that I was going to be this like, you know, hot stay-at-home wife, and I was going to have dinner cooked every night, and my house was going to be clean, and all this work was going to be done, like hot mess. I have not done dishes since I've been home. Like it is, I mean, it's literally, stay-at-home mom is no joke. It is harder than being at the hospital. I can promise you that, because they want your attention all the time. So here's what I've done. I'm going to go right into time management, because I think this is one of the things that hinders a lot of people's business. And I was the queen of excuses. I mean, we can look at all of our little ones and use them as an excuse instead of our reason. I did it all the time. Alex needed me to hold him every time he went to bed. He hated napping. I use that as an excuse all the time. Well, my child does this and yours naps, or this, you know, whatever. I work full time and you don't. Everybody has stuff going on in their lives. So you can't use your excuses and think that they're going to get you anywhere, because nobody cares. Nobody cares about your excuses. You know, everybody says to put your blinders on, but that is really hard. I mean, I lived looking at Melanie Mitro, looking at the top coaches, going to YouTube videos, and then I had to think to myself, what am I really doing to move my business forward? I'm not. I'm honestly just looking at like being a creeper. I'm being a creeper on social media, and I'm not doing anything for myself. So I started making sacrifices. Even before I left the hospital, I made it a point that, you know, Heather and I decided that we were going to wake up early and we were going to get our power hour in. So whether I worked 3 to 11 shift, no matter what shift I was on, I was up at 5:30 and I got my power hour in. The problem is that when I was getting my power hour in, I wasn't really doing the fundamental tools to move my business forward that I needed to. So yes, I was waking up early and I was, you know, posting early in the morning, or I was liking other people's posts, or I, you know, may have went on Instagram and followed some people, or done some stuff on Instagram, or made a really cool graphic. But what is that doing to move my business forward? Nothing. I mean, absolutely, posting is important. You know, people need to see your consistency, but you have to do business building tools with your time to be able to move your business forward. And I wish that I would have figured this out sooner. So, okay, let me see where I'm at. Okay, so definitely being disciplined. This was the number one thing for me. I am literally the biggest squirrel. I mean, April's pretty close, but I am the biggest squirrel. So I will, you know, and it's not just in my business, it's in all aspects of my life. So I will be on Facebook and I'll be like, okay, I'm sending my invites. And then a notification would pop up and I'd click on the notification. And somebody would talk to me about something and I'd be like, okay, they probably have a sale at Target. Let me go there. Okay, well, I'm going to, you know, book this all-inclusive vacation. Like literally I would do these things and I'm like, how did I even get here? Like, where was I going? So here's what I started doing, okay? I literally told Heather, like we had a heart-to-heart, and I was like, as much as I love talking to you, because we could talk for hours, we're not doing anything to move our business forward. So we started using a timer. We don't use a timer anymore because it is really hard. I don't know anybody here who can actually get a power hour done in 1 hour, but I have a really hard time with it, like actually connecting with people, trying to do everything. So I split my power hour in half now. So when you think about the 3 top things that's going to move your business forward, they're invites, they're follow-ups, and then they're adding to your network. So those are the 3 things I do in the morning. That way I know if that's all I did, at least I can, at the end of the night, I can lay in bed and know that I did something to move my business forward. And the posting, you know, obviously I try to post in the morning. I try to post at least 3 times a day, but that comes after. So if you see me posting at 5:30 in the morning, I woke up at 4:30 and I have my invites and I have, you know, my follow-ups and I've added to my network. I also used to go on, you know, my suggested friends and add a lot of those people. And I found out that there's a lot of mutual friends that are coaches doing that. So I don't do that anymore. I started focusing more on being active in groups. So boy mom groups, new mom groups, husky mom groups. So, you know, find your hitch, find your, you know, tight knit, whatever we call it. And, you know, start adding people from there, because those are the people that are like you. Those are the people that you want on your team. Okay. And let's see. Okay. So definitely be self-aware. That's another thing. You have to be self-aware, of where you're spending your time. So if you know you're spending your time too much in a place that's not business building, that's not moving your business forward, then you really need to be self-aware of that. And I was. So the first thing I do is I turn off my notifications. I know it sounds ridiculous. You should be able to just ignore it or, flip them up, but it is really distracting. And if I see somebody like my mom or my godmother who happens to tag me in a million things on Facebook all day long, I'll go to them. So I just turn my notifications off. I turn everything off. I literally just told my mom that I'm going to start giving her money to take Alex for a couple hours a day so that I can literally just have quiet, because it's not, even when he's napping, I swear I hear him like all the time. It's not business time. You need to schedule business time into your day if you want to take this seriously. So use a planner. That's the number one thing. Get organized. So I am the least organized person in the world. I invested in a planner and I live by it. I started doing hour by hour. So you can even see here. And of course, I have the same planner that Melanie Mitro has. But if you look here, I literally pencil in hours, like by hour. And it's not just my work. I do have hives. You guys see this? Happens literally like clockwork. I pencil my home stuff in too. So like my dishes, obviously that's been on the back burner. But my dishes, my laundry, Alex's birthday's coming up. So I have written on my to-do list that I need to order his birthday cake. So I write on Sundays, I write a weekly to-do list, things I know I need to get done for the week, and I take 3 things off of it every single day. So whether it's things I need to do for my business or things I need to do for my home, at least I know every single day I'm working towards my goal. The biggest thing for me is at the end of the day, feeling accomplished. I need to know that I did something in my house that, can make my husband proud, that makes me feel like I'm useful at home. And then I need to do something in my business because, again, having a husband who's so supportive is so great. But on the other hand, it makes you almost want to be like relaxed. It doesn't push you, when you have to like show that income, show that. And that's, I literally texted both of the Pink Pink sisters today and I'm like, I need you to teach me volume. Like I'm struggling so bad with volume. And it is like, I still struggle with things like that. But my time management is something that I no longer have an issue with. I circle every single day on my calendar a day that I got my entire power hour done, that I did my workout, that I drank my Shakeology, and then I did something in the house. And I have circles every single day since I've been home. And as much as I feel like I haven't gotten anything done, I made that my priority, okay? So, and I mean, when I say like get stuff done around the house, I may have like ran the vacuum up and down a couple of times, but it's still something being done and it makes me feel accomplished. So I really think that if everybody could find one day, and I just can't even explain to you how different everybody's life is, because before I had kids, I used to think I was the busiest person in the world. I used to think that working full time and coming home, I mean, I spent a full time in the bar drinking with my friends also, and then I have Alex and I'm just like, what was I doing with all my time? But you don't know that time until you have kids. So really like utilizing your time. And I know how hard it is to stay focused. I know like right now, while we're on this call, how many people are getting text messages? How many people are getting notifications? Exactly. I mean, it is. And that's just our nature. We're stuck to our phone. My other thing is that I used to get mad at Alex for wanting my attention because I needed to focus on my business. And I was, in the living room playing with him, but I'm also texting somebody and then he needs me for something and I'm getting angry with him because he won't let me focus. And that's not right. Like, that's embarrassing to say that I'm getting mad at my 7 or 8 month old, but I would literally be so frustrated with him and take it out on him because I couldn't, figure out how to utilize my time. So do I sacrifice my sleep? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I'm up now at 4:30 because I honestly found that Heather is an hour behind me. So 5:30 my time is 4:30 her time. And I told myself, if she can wake up at 4:30, so can I. So at least I know if I wake up at 4:30, I'm getting the 3 things that are moving my business forward done before we even get on our call. So if we get distracted, I know my stuff is taken care of. And that's how you need to be. You need to put your blinders on and seriously realize that you're in this for you. You're in this for your family. You're in this to help people, absolutely. But you have to find out where you're spending most of your time and where your time is being wasted. Okay, so see, I am a squirrel because I just got so off topic. Notifications. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. The power hour that I use and I really like, I know everybody uses that daily one. To me, I pick one day right before the beginning of the month and I print out my power hours for the trackers for the entire month. I think Ashley Smith, I think that was her, April, who posted the weekly one. And this is in our BU team page. But I don't know. I just like it more because it's a whole week and I literally just staple them together and then I have it all together so I can reference it. But another thing, like anybody who does a power hour by themselves, I think it's really helpful to try to get on a group one. Like I know that Melissa and Greg, you know, whether or not you consistently do everything on the power hour, you guys are spending time together, focused, and you know you have to be there. It's almost like an obligation that you have to somebody else. So, you know, if I knew Heather wasn't getting up one day, yeah, maybe I would say, you know, I'm going to sleep in too. And we've had it. We've had it on days where she'd said, you know what, I didn't get any sleep last night. I'm going to sleep in. And I'll be like, yeah, you know, I'm going to sleep in too. But at least we have those days that we're together, because before we had that, I had every excuse in the world to sleep in. I stayed up late. I'm exhausted. You know, Alex didn't sleep. He's sick. When you have somebody else that's pushing you, you need a push partner. And we are all here for each other. But when you have one-on-one connection with somebody, I mean, literally it's game changing. It's absolutely game changing. So I want you to think to yourself about, you know, when you can spend one day a week focusing on your to-do list, house, friends, whatever your to-do list is, and your business. So make sure you're penciling in business hours. I think minimum, I mean, a lot of people say you can try to do it in an hour. I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, I need at least 2 hours for my power hour. That's just me. Trying to connect with people, searching through Facebook, I might just be slow. That might be me. But I really think that you should give yourself a solid 2 hours throughout the day to just kind of hop on and try to answer messages or do whatever you need to do. But I don't know. I think that if you could really realize where you're spending your time, and mine was YouTube. Like I literally deleted the app from my phone, so I can only go on YouTube if I'm on my computer, because I would go on YouTube and I would watch Melanie Mitro's team calls or like watch Ashley Smith, you know, videos. And then it's like, what am I doing? Like they're doing these things to move their business forward, but what am I doing? What makes us different? So I think time management is huge in that. Okay. I think that's all I have, guys. Thanks for listening.
Oh, Rachel, you seriously amaze me. I was just sitting there. I'm like, dang, she's a better coach than I am. Because I'd be like, well, I'm a stay-at-home mom now. 8 a.m. sounds fine for me. So that is seriously so impressive that you still have that drive and that, you know, determination that you're getting up that early to get your crap done. And I can't even make it to 7 a.m. power hour. I started it, and now it was me, Mona, Melissa, and Greg, and now it's Melissa, Greg, Elsie, and sometimes Mona.
Nope, never.
I heard you're slacking. Don't. I can read lips, girlfriend. She went.
You like that? Okay.
All right, fine. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see who's feisty then.
Yeah, okay.
So, you know, and I was thinking of when I was listening to Rachel say, like, she kind of got real with Heather. I was like, dang, I know that every time I hop on there, I'm like, so nice, and like, I'm supposed to be your leader, and I'm like, let me show you these shoes I want to buy tomorrow. So that kind of was like, really was like, okay, well, you know, I haven't been getting on power hours, and that's probably a good thing because I was not structured. So I will be there tomorrow, and I will be on point. So also, so if you can't do 7 a.m., you aren't a crazy and don't want to do 4:30 or 5:30. Wait, it's 5:30 Eastern time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then find somebody and post in our team page and be like, hey, does anybody do a power hour around 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 6 a.m., you know, whatever it is. And I mean, I'll share my team link with you as long as it doesn't cross over with somebody. Like I know they use my team link in the morning because they usually stay on for like 2 hours. If you don't have a paid account, I think it kicks you off at like 45 minutes. But if you, you know, are going to be, oh wait, are you going to Philly tomorrow? So we still can do that at 7? Okay. All right, yeah. So, yeah, just post in the group because, like she said, it's so fun to know. Like, then you can kind of be like, okay, so let me ask you this. I had somebody and they responded this way. I'm not really sure, you know. And then it's just so nice to have somebody else to bounce ideas off of. You know, you can. It would be like, oh, by the way, I was thinking of a free group for doing this. You know, do you want to run it with me? You know, so it's definitely still business related, but it's also kind of cool, you know, doing that. One-on-one Zooms are unlimited time. Oh, okay. So if it's not a group, you can talk as long as you want. Okay, I didn't know that. So I loved this so much. And Rachel, I was seriously sitting there and I saw Mullen did it too. She's like, wow, it makes me feel like a slacker. And I know that was not your
no, not at all.
At all. But I was seriously like, dang, I need to step my game up. So I'm just so proud of you. I loved everything you had to say. You are kind of like kicking my butt to want to do more. So congrats to you. So who has questions for Rachel?
Where's Greg at? Look at my cup, Greg. I even have my Star Wars cup.
That's cute.
Oh, he's driving. He just said, "May the 4th be with you." I told him that's the only reason I picked today for my call. I was like, oh, May 4th. Okay, May the 4th be with you.
You're so silly. Okay, so do you guys want to take a quick screenshot? Is everybody cool with doing a screenshot? Okay, so Control-Shift-3. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, ready? Greg's saying yes, but your face is not there. 1, 2, 3. There, I got Greg Boggs' comment on the screen. That counts.
Get another one. It wasn't my good tie.
Oh my gosh, you're such a
just,
Okay, I was gonna do it to please you.
look at Greg. He's ready now.
Oh, okay. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Melissa's comment is over your face. That's fine. That'll do. Okay, I'll lie. All right, 1, 2. And Melissa, don't say anything. 1, 2, 3. I'm seriously helping.
And Melissa, be quiet.
Yeah, Melissa, be quiet. So, does anybody have any questions in general? It doesn't have to be anything that Rachel even commented on. Is there anything that anybody's struggling with that they'd like advice on or anything at all? Reminder to schedule for summit tracks. Ask your upline if you're confused what one you should do. If you don't have a summit ticket yet, they are still for sale. If we I think it was Mona. If you're looking for one, I will post in the wall and see if anybody has a ticket that there is cheaper than I think it's $195 right now, right? If you would just buy it outright. Does anybody know? Yeah, $195. So so your mom already has a ticket, or does she have the transferable one? So find out if she paid $125, it's not transferable. But if it's more than, like if it's, I think it's $150 or $175, then those ones are transferable. And then what else? And then vegan sampler pack comes out on the 10th as well. So you can talk that up. Yeah, I would encourage you guys to, get the vegan barista pack. Oh my goodness. Get the vegan barista pack next month so you can try the new samples, and then you'll have some that you can send like your challengers. Because I mean, the more that I always use samples as my giveaways in my challenge groups. I've kind of got away from spending so much money at Marshall's and this and that because, yeah, here and there you'll want something special, but I want to get something in their hands that they're going to love. And I can't tell you how many people I send energized and they end up ordering. So that's definitely my tip is spend less at Target and just use what you have already that you're already getting, in the mail each month anyways. The Target, that's a whole nother story. So does anybody have anything at all? Let me see if there's anything in the chat. Is there anything in the chat we missed? Terry got an email about being 150. Oh, okay, that would be cool if so. And if you guys don't have a hotel yet, Airbnb is definitely an easy way to go. Melissa, Danny, and I and our husbands are all staying in one, and it's going to be a lot cheaper than, hotels are usually about $200 to $250 a night. New coaches have a special price for the first 90 days. December, January, February. Dang it. Okay, well, that's not Mona. Yeah, Greg got a B&B for $52 a night. That's crazy. So, all right. I want you guys to commit to making yourself a schedule like Rachel told us and post it. And when I get the recording of this, I want you to post your schedule on the recording, and I'll post the recording of this tonight. So I want you to show up since, Rachel took the time to give us this message. I want you to take the time because it's only going to move your business forward, and it's going to make her happy to see that you guys actually really did that. And, it's going to make a huge difference. If you listen to anything Melanie Metro says, she's always so focused on planning. And you know what? And that is why she is so successful, because she has a goal in mind. She always says, I don't sit there. I sit down and I work on my to-do list. I work on my follow-ups. I work on my invites before I even look at my notifications. Who can say they do that? Nope. Nope. I challenge you all tomorrow, when you first log into your Facebook, you are not allowed to check a single notification until you send your hey girls, your yo bros, or until you send your invites. No notifications for you. Okay. The other thing I want to show you is this really cool thing I have on my computer for my Facebook scrolling. So let me get some of this stuff out of the way. I'm wearing your favorite shirt. Okay, so this is my newsfeed. It's called Newsfeed Eradicator. There's a bunch of different ones. I don't have a newsfeed. Do you see this? Nothing to distract me. And it's got a happy quote, and it changes. It's got a motivational quote. So great achievement is usually born of great sacrifice, and it's never the result of selfishness. And it changes, which I love. So it's a daily motivational quote, and there is nothing to get you distracted. I mean, trust me, I still end up like, Rachel said, on Target's website somehow, but actually here right now, it's like, I can't even check that. So I'm not going to go to my 35 notifications. I'm going to go and send messages, connect with new people, and then respond to the messages that are in my inbox. So if you don't have that, your homework is to download this Newsfeed Eradicator, or there's tons of other ones if you find something else that works for you. Make your schedule for the week, both personal and business, and post it once I get the recording up. And then you're not allowed to check your notifications before you send invites. And even if you've done your power hour, I challenge you before you go to bed tonight to send 2 more invites, just because there's 2 more lives that you might change. I don't care if you already did it. Do it again. Because, nobody's going to regret a workout. Nobody's going to regret pushing harder. Nobody's going to regret if that one message of somebody that you said, I'll do it tomorrow. And they really needed you today. So I just hope that you guys can share some other information that you want to use here on these calls, because we are surrounded by so many awesome coaches that I want you to really utilize us. So, okay, I'm going to copy this that Melissa said so I can write that down. So if you think of anything else, just when I post this recording along with your schedule, you can post things that you'd like to see calls on. Thank you so much, Rachel. You're amazing. We're going to kick Heather for not being here. What's her excuse? Oh, you're muted.
She's running a 5K with her husband, so she has an excuse.
That's so lame. No. Okay. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week at 8:30. And just a reminder, the new coach call is every Sunday at 7:30. You have to be doing Vimify training and showing up regularly to be on that call. So your goal is to get caught up on that Vimify training. That's the new coach training I posted about in Beautifully Made and Illuminate. And everybody's welcome to invite your downline to that as well. Comment on that, and you can join us every Sunday at 7:30. And at 8:30, the first and third Sunday at 8:30, that's a diamond and above call. And the 8:30 at the second and fourth Sunday, those are going to be live events. I'm going to have Krista put all of this in a calendar, because that's probably a lot of information. But I will put it all somewhere so you can neatly see it. If you have any questions, just let us know, and have a great night. Happy payday.